Happy Wednesday. Um, this is our Lunch and Learn with Lauren. So I'm going to hang on just for a second. Okay, we are live. Um, I am at the park under a pavilion, today's workspace. It's like Lauren's traveling office. You just never know where I'm going to be. Anyways, I have a really interesting topic to discuss today, and that is the weekends. I'm going to call it Weekend Mayhem. Um, and this is something that my faster way clients struggle with, and so do I. And I think that you guys can probably relate that the weekends are always hard. And, we go through the week, we crush it all week long, and we feel so proud of ourselves. Our nutrition is on point. And, we're getting in our exercise the way we should. We feel really good, and then the weekend comes around and things just get really out of hand really quickly, right? um, and there's a few reasons why that happens. I have my clients come to me so often and say, I don't understand why this happens to me. Every single week I feel like I do so well throughout the week, and then the weekends come around and I just blow it, and I don't know how to fix it. So I have some tips for you that will help you stay consistent week over week through the weekends, and just help you to kind of have a game plan to move forward and possibly, stay on track with your goals, but even make progress towards your goals that maybe you are sabotaging on the weekend. So if you are on point through the week and then the weekend rolls around and you just blow it, then you're not doing yourself any favors. But at the same time, you want to make sure that life is enjoyable, right? So, anyways, I am going to check and make sure that I'm actually live and that people can see me, because um, my lovely, yeah, okay. My lovely computer is not telling me that people are here. So if you're here, give me a thumbs up, comment below. I would love to know who is with me. But also, I would also love to know what is it about the weekends that is so hard for you? Um, I bet there's a lot of you guys that are like, okay, I need to listen to this because this is me. So listen, if this is you, I want you guys to stick around, because I have some things that can help you kind of push past this and manage it. And this is, something that I have, like I said, struggled with as well. So you crush it all week, you're so proud, and then the weekend comes around and it's like Friday, one drink turns into 10. One slice of pizza turns into several slices. Or if you're like me, it's one brownie turns into a whole pan of brownies, or enough cookie dough to make a person severely ill. I'm not joking. I wish I was. Or a whole box of cereal. I can crush a whole box of cereal in like 1 or 2 days. I'm not even joking. So, unfortunately, that's the truth. That's my ugly truth. I have always been a sweetaholic, and if I don't watch it, it can get really out of hand really quickly. So, that happens. Friday comes along, one thing leads to another, and at some point in the weekend, you're like, screw it, I'm just going to eat whatever I want the rest of the weekend because I've already messed up. And, what does it matter now if I, eat a whole pan of brownies and then I continue to eat whatever I want the rest of the weekend? I've already messed up. And then, of course, on Sunday, you feel like crap. You feel bad about it, right? You feel that guilt about what you've done. Not only do you feel like crap, your body feels like crap, but you just feel guilty, right? So, and then you're like, okay, I'm vowing that I'm not going to do that again next week. I'm going to be so good next week. Monday is my fresh start. I'll start up again on Monday. This is going to be great. I'll never do that again, right? And then I'll be darned if the cycle doesn't continue week over week, right? So I can tell you a few things that I've learned from personal experience that will cause this, what I call weekend binging. So I'm going to tell you what those are, and you guys tell me what the hardest part about the weekends is for you as far as your health journey. And maybe these couple of tips I have for you will help, okay? The number one thing I can tell you, and this is from personal experience, and seeing my clients do this as well, the number one thing that's causing you to binge on the weekends is not eating enough throughout the week. I know. Everyone's like, but Lauren, you have to be in a deficit to see progress, and you have to be in a deficit to lose weight. Well, there's a certain point where that deficit becomes a real problem, right? And that ends in weekend binging, for instance. So you are under eating throughout the week, and that is a surefire way to set you up for overeating on the weekends, and that isn't going to get you anywhere. So if you're in this huge deficit thinking, I'm going to lose weight because I'm in a caloric deficit all week long, I'm eating rabbit food, I'm eating spinach and carrots and, doing all the right things. I'm in this huge deficit, and that's going to make me, get to my goals, whatever. And then the weekend comes around and you binge out all weekend. You're eating 600 to 1,000 more calories every day of the weekend than you did through the week. Well, it doesn't really help. What you did through the week doesn't matter because you just canceled it out on the weekends. So what I want for you is I want you to feel in control of your weekends. And the first thing you need to do is stop restricting yourself so much during the week. Eating bird food all week long won't do you any good if it ends up in a weekend binge, and even worse, the guilt that comes with that. So what I want to teach you guys is how to find food freedom through eating enough, loosening up the reins a little bit, allowing yourself to kind of do more during the week, eat more during the week, so that on the weekends, it just feels like you're satisfied. You don't feel like you have to make up for anything you lost throughout the week. It's not, well, I can only do this XYZ on the weekends. Or you just, feel satisfied and full and comfortable, and don't feel like that one piece of candy is going to turn into the whole bag, or in my instance, one brownie turns into the whole pan of brownies. So number one thing is to make sure that you are not severely under eating during the week. It will do you no favors if you turn around and the weekends are you just binge, okay? And second thing is lack of consistency. That is another surefire way to end in a weekend binge. If you can stay consistent throughout the week, not relying on perfection, allowing yourself to kind of let your hair down a little bit, see the weekend as just another part of your week instead of thinking, making there being a difference between weekdays and the weekend. Just it all being consistent. You do everything you normally would do every single day of the week. It doesn't matter if it's a weekday or a weekend. You're going to be far more successful in reaching your goals. That all or nothing mentality where you crap out on the weekends, you just can't make up for that extra several thousand calories that you had on the weekend. So we really need to work towards finding a balance and being consistent in whatever we find that works for you. So my biggest tip is that you stick with your normal routine on the weekends. It's not wake up on Saturday morning and it's just free for all. Just eat the same things you normally would throughout the week. Be consistent. Be consistent in having a plan, not having an empty fridge, making sure you have food prep for the week if that works for you. What I mean by being consistent is that you kind of lose that diet mentality. You quit that cheat day routine. For some people, only having treats on Saturday works. For other people, that can be a real problem in their mindset, and that can also lead to this binging thing. So if you stick with being consistent throughout the week, allowing yourself you're okay accepting that you can have a treat on a Monday, or you can have a glass of wine on a Wednesday with moderation, then maybe the weekends come around and you're like, I don't really need 5 glasses of wine because I'm okay. I had what I wanted this week and it's fine. Or I really can pass up that piece of cake because I don't feel deprived at all in what I've done this week. So that is what the two things that I think will help you be successful on the weekends. Number one, eating enough during the week. And number two, being consistent. And then I guess if you want to call that third one, we could call that a number three. And that's just, losing that diet mentality, focusing on moderation, not deprivation. If the word treat day, if having a treat day in your routine is a trigger and that causes you to binge, then that scarcity mindset causes you to end up just going hog wild on the weekends. Then just move away from that terminology and create something sustainable for you. If you want to treat throughout the week, then have your treat. If it fits in your macros, it's good to go. Or have a small treat that is macro friendly. And I have lots of suggestions for you there. I think that approach is going to help the weekends not feel so sinful. Now, I want to just briefly touch on alcohol. That is one of the things that people get real caught up on. Alcohol. Now, I like for you to limit alcohol to the weekends or maybe just 1 or 2 days a week because of the way alcohol is metabolized in your body. When you drink alcohol, your body metabolizes it or prioritizes alcohol metabolism all over everything else that's happening in your body. So fat metabolism is paused. Carbohydrate, sugar, glycogen metabolism is paused. So your body is working to metabolize that alcohol. It sees it as a foreign object. It's kind of like, it has to go there first. It prioritizes alcohol metabolism, and it's a very slow process. So when you are drinking every night or drinking every night weekend day, your body pauses fat metabolism. That means that you're not going to see changes in your body composition if you are drinking a lot and often. Okay, so it's more of how often you are, the frequency of alcohol, that is the problem. Okay, some things you can do, maybe you get some mocktails that you can sip on through the week. There's some great recipes out there for little mocktails that you can come up with. Also, on the weekends, you could even have mocktails and just to kind of feel like you're a part of the club, right? Or you could just do something very low calorie. I like to do tequila with soda water and then a couple limes, and it's very light. The lower calorie option, that's probably your best bet. Or you could even do, instead of like a heavy mixer that has lots of sugar in it, you could do a flavored soda water. So those are some of my tips for alcohol, saving it for, special occasions or enjoying it when you want to, just not all the time if you have specific goals in mind that you want to reach, okay? So that's my tips. The last thing I want you to remember is that on the weekends, you need to get your body moving. Sweat it out, okay? Don't skip that workout. That is why we, incorporate our discretionary calories into Saturdays if you're in the faster way. That's because we specifically pair that with our biggest workout of the week, and that's leg day. And we're working hard to burn off those extra calories so that we can make room for those discretionary calories. So move your body, okay? Move your body. The other thing is on Fridays and Sundays when you are resting, those are our rest days in the faster way, don't forget to still move your body. That means, maybe get out for a long walk or a hike with your family or do some yoga. Just get your body moving. So prioritize exercise and then, of course, going back to everything in moderation, no deprivation here, staying consistent throughout the week, and most importantly, making sure you're getting enough to eat. All right, guys, I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. If you have questions about this specifically, please let me know. Share those concerns and what is hard for you and about the weekends in the comments, and I would love to chat more about that with you guys. Have a great day. Bye.